Ah, bonjour. Tu es ravissant ce soir. Perhaps English. I could not help but notice that you are looking particularly ravishing this evening. The way your shell reflects the fiery sunset. It is like you are a living work of art. I said, it is like you are a work of art. Oh, so strange. Normally that line is them jumping out of their shell. If I may be so bold, I must confess that I have been admiring you for some time now. I was immediately attracted to your stately patience, and so I said to myself, François, there is a tortoise you simply must get to know. Oh, do not get me wrong. It takes more than the sexy curve of a lady shell to capture my interest. I think we are two of a kind, you and I. Think we have a lot in common, as they say. I think we have a lot in common.
Allô?
Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. I will return in but a moment. Can I help you? I am in the process of wooing this beautiful woman.
You are new here, I think, oui?
I arrived only 2 days ago from Brussels.
Ah, Belgium. I have heard that it is lovely there.
No, Belgium. Brussels, the field of sprouts just east of here. Now, if you will excuse me, I think I was beginning to capture the attention of this lovely lady.
Oh, there is something you should probably know.
Heaven forbid! Do not say she is already spoken for.
Oh, no, I would not say that.
Ah, then let me return to the art of romance. I am, if I may say so myself, quite the lady's tortoise.
Is that so? Then by all means, do not let me interrupt.
As I was saying, I could not help but notice that we have quite a lot in common, and that perhaps I could interest you in taking a stroll along the beach so that we might, get to know each other a little better. Do you mind?
Oh, so sorry. Please continue.
Oh, I do not mean to boast, but I am very well traveled. Have you ever heard of Brussels? I might be convinced to take you there if you play your cards right. What do you say, ma chérie? Shall we very slowly shuffle the light fantastique? She does speak English, no?
Oh, one can only assume. Never has a word of français escaped her lips.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Just as well. The only phrase I know in German is zwei Salate mit kiwi, barkeeper.
A useful phrase in a field of Brussels sprouts, I have no doubt.
Oh, so merely say the word, and I will be your guide on an adventure magnifique. Huh? This is most unusual for me.
It is hard to understand. You are clearly quite familiar with the ladies.
I know. Is it possible that a hat already, belongs to another?
I do not think so. I have always had the impression that she is, how shall I put this, from a bygone era, abandoned by those to whom she once mattered.
Ah, merci, mon ami. And now stand back and watch the master at work. Ah, ma chérie, I cannot help but notice a certain loneliness about you. I, too, have felt this kind of isolation, as if I should be, committed to a worldly cause,
Committed to something anyway.
and yet feeling mired in the mud of the mundane.
Oh, such poetry.
Now, never would I claim that I could see clearly into your innermost nature,
No.
but I can tell you what I have done to rise above such melancholy, if you wish to hear.
Oh, I think she certainly does.
When I am feeling withdrawn, like I simply cannot bear to come out of my shell, what I find helps to raise my spirits is le don de la musique.
A chanson, a song. Truly, I could not have imagined a better, and may I say, more entertaining suggestion.
Have you ever given this a try, mademoiselle? No?
Oh, perhaps you should demonstrate for the lady.
An excellent suggestion, huh?
Jules.
An excellent suggestion, Jules. There was a tortoise from outer space, an alien menace in a carapace. He came to Earth to conquer. What?
Maybe something more romantic.
Ah oui, but of course. Your shell, my shell, are the shells that go together well. Our two shells.
Perhaps something livelier to pick up spirits. Oui?
Ah. We can swim to Kazakhstan, Stan, Lixie, Marzipan, Pan, but the Corsican has just begun a mad plan, so the Vatican can infiltrate Iran and... What? Why are you laughing?
Moi? No, 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 no. I certainly was not laughing. I was, sneezing.
Ah, vos souhaits.
Merci.
Jules, may I confide in you?
But of course, mon ami.
I fear that I am at a loss.
Ah.
It would seem that nothing will warm the heart of this cold, recalcitrant beauty.
Perhaps I can offer a helpful observation.
François,
Oh, François. What an interesting name.
I am told that it means the roi of France.
I never would have guessed.
You are saying?
I cannot help but wonder if
Oui?
if the reason why the mamselle is so resistant to your charms could be...
Oui, oui.
Have you considered the possibility that this beauty is
Oui, oui, oui.
just an old hat?
How dare you speak such harsh words about my beautiful mademoiselle?
It is only that there are some striking similarities.
Please, you go too far. It is an affront to decent sensibility.
So, you do not think there is even un petit chance that
That what?
that she is just un chapeau, a relique from the past?
None at all. Sacre bleu. You would have to be an absolute fool to think such a thing.
Pardon, please forgive my outlandish suggestion then. I certainly would not want to look foolish. Perhaps it would be best if I were to leave the two of you to get better acquainted in private.
I think perhaps so.
Well, I wish you bonne chance.
Oh,
The very best of luck.
can you believe such effrontery? But fear not, my chérie. I'll not permit anyone to malign your beauty and delicate nature while I still have breath to defend your honor. Now come, you have no reason to be shy with me.
Everything is bon?
Of course. We are just becoming, as you say, better acquainted. Chapeau stupide.
I heard that.
What is that, my dear? Why, how sweet of you to say. Oh, and I love you as well, my darling tortue.
Oh, that hurt!
Are you all right?
I'm not sure. I think I've twisted my leg.
Hang on, I'll come down. Let me have a look.
You're being a bit forward, aren't you? Is no travelling pigeon safe from the clutches of a wayward female?
Cheeky bugger, do you want me to have a look at your leg or not?
I suppose it can't do any harm.
Let the hen see the egg.
Oh, ow! Careful!
It doesn't look as if it's broken. Can you put any weight on it?
Oh, it's a bit tender.
You were lucky it wasn't the one with the ring on it. GB 17876.
Hey! That's private information.
Do you have a name?
Do you?
I asked first.
Well, if you must know, it's Dickin.
What kind of name is that for a pigeon?
I'm not just any pigeon.
I heard that you racing pigeons are full of yourself. I bet that crash landing dented your ego.
Oh, well, I misjudged the width of the path, that's all.
Nothing to do with the size of your head, I suppose. I assume you possess a bird brain.
You're not going to avoid telling me your name by throwing insults. So what is it?
You'll only laugh.
That'll make us even then, won't it? You can't be all that bad.
It's ordinary, that's all. Oh, all right, it's QE.
You're joking, right?
I knew you laugh like everyone else does until I tell them that it's pronounced QE. It stands for Queen Elizabeth, as in Her Majesty.
Oh, so you think you're royalty?
What's wrong with that?
Oh, okay. We'll call a truce, shall we?
Where have you come from and where are you going?
I was released 3 hours ago on South Coast and I'm heading north, about 300 mile. This is about halfway mark. I was making good time too, doing about 50 mile an hour. Not earth-shattering, but about average for the speed and wind direction.
Makes me tired just thinking about it.
You're not a distance flyer then?
Ah, you've got to be joking. The edge of the park is far enough for me.
You've never been outside at park?
Why should I? I was born here, all my family are here, and I'll probably have my own family here too.
Are you seeing anyone?
I haven't gotten to all that sort of stuff yet. Anyway, what's it to you? You're hardly going to be around long enough to find out. I bet you've got a flock of admiring females back home.
I have got 1 or 2 coop buddies, but that's just to keep me owner happy.
What do you mean?
Well, he thinks that if there are some amorous females waiting for me, I'll want to get back home that bit quicker.
And does it?
Well, to some extent, but we athletes are more motivated by breaking our previous best time.
Have you won anything?
As it happens, I was named after the Dickey Medal. It was awarded to pigeons in the war.
I knew that.
You did?
That surprised you, didn't it? What sort would a dumb female yokel know about pigeon history?
I was beginning to think you were one of the few intelligent females I've met.
But you don't meet many, do you? You're in the air most of the time, just like one of those wartime pigeons, battling against the elements and outrunning enemy fighters.
Oh, dodging shotguns over farmland, fending off the dive-bombing sparrowhawks, threat of capture when you land in a garden with a bird table. That's another reason I use the parks as a landing zone. Less likely to get kidnapped by a do-gooder who thinks they're helping you out by locking you in their shed.
Here's the foxes, then there's the toddlers and dogs off the lead. That's why I keep in the trees most of the time. There's plenty of food, though. Picnics and takeaways, that sort of thing.
Oh, I have to be careful what I eat when I'm working. You know what they say, food that comes easy will make you queasy.
Is that a northern expression?
Oh, have you not heard that before?
In the same way, I don't believe all the tosh about you fighting your way up the country, just so you can say you did it quicker than anyone else.
There's so much more to life than a municipal park, you know. You just need someone to show it to you.
Someone to swoop down from the heavens and take me away from all of this, like a guardian angel?
Why not?
And you're the angel from the north, I suppose.
Hey, he can come from anywhere, but it needs to be from beyond that line of trees. Have you never wondered what lies just out of reach?
If it's out of sight, it's out of mind as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you don't know what you're missing until you get a glimpse of the other side.
But what if I like it so much I don't want to come back?
But of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it.
That's very profound.
Not an original line, I'm afraid. But it tends to be a conversation stopper when I come out with it.
How's your leg?
Getting better all the time.
Try standing on it again.
Oh, it's still a bit sore, but not as bad as it was.
I suppose that means you'll be off now.
Aye, it does, I'm afraid. But I can come back.
When?
Oh, it's hard to say, but we're doing flying missions all the time. It might be a few weeks. Will you be here when I get back?
I'm hardly likely to go anywhere, am I?
Why not try going beyond the trees? It doesn't have to be far. Just stretch your wings a bit.
I might just do that. Who knows, by the time you get back, I might be ready for anything.
Hi, I am Blue Beetle. I am going to defeat you, evil genius, and rescue you, the Dame, in compliance with the All-American Comics Code of America.
Look what you've done to my window, you vandal. Why can't you knock or ring the doorbell like a normal person?
Sorry to be such a poor hostess. I didn't know you were coming. I would normally offer my visitors a mean bourbon on the rocks, but I'm a bit tied up right now.
Okay, enough of the chitter-chatter. This is what's going down. Mr. Evil Genius, you and I are going to have a serious altercation.
Over what?
The Dame. You're such an oriental numbskull.
Actually, I'm fifth-generation Chinese American.
And a villain. You will try to win the fight by cheating with a sneaky knife, but I will win with my all-American clean-cut punches. Evil geniuses like you are allowed to try to win using underhanded means, but you will never succeed, as stated in the Comics Code. Then I will rescue the dame and take her away to be my girlfriend.
Do I get a say in any of this?
The hero always gets the girl. That's the rule.
And I presume that you want a physical relationship.
Absolutely not. The Comics Code clearly states that sex cannot be depicted or even suggested.
I'm sorry, but I just don't want to be rescued.
What?
You heard the lady.
But out, evil genius. Dame, are the nuptials, which we're not going to have, a problem for you?
It's not about that. Listen, when I was a girl, I had dreams of romance. Dreams of being swept off my feet by some Hollywood hunk.
I, the Blue Beetle, am most serious hunk imaginable. I became the muscle-bound man you see before you today by following the Charles Atlas 12-step program.
Charles Atlas?
He was a great bodybuilder. Think of him as being Arnold Schwarzenegger before Arnie was even born, but that's not important right now.
It's a pity you didn't follow the 12-step program for your brain.
Are you talking to me, Mr. Yellow Peril?
I appreciate that you work out, Blue Beetle. You know, I didn't become the hot chick you see today by accident either. I have religiously followed all of the beauty tapes given in girls' magazines.
And I like the results.
As do I.
Ah, shut up, Chinaman.
It's just now that I'm beautiful, all tied up and with a guy to rescue me, that I realize I don't want a relationship in my life right now.
Then, Dame, what do you want?
I aspire to be a femme fatale.
I like the sound of that.
But why? Crime does not pay.
Actually, it pays rather well.
Don't you start, mister. Dame, you must know all criminals, male or female, get caught eventually. They get arrested and sent to jail, as prescribed in the Comics Code.
But before that happens, they have so much fun.
Evil genius, did you put her up to this?
Actually, I always wanted to be the good guy, a crime-fighting detective like Charlie Chan.
Really?
A Chinese detective? Don't make me laugh.
You know, now that I think about it, I can see you as my mystery-solving nemesis. So, what's stopping you from going down the dashing hero route?
The Comics Code. The unwritten part of it gives the best roles to white guys, like the Blue Beetle, and assumes the very worst about ethnic types like me.
Do you always do what the Comics Code tells you?
I get it. I can see now that I am not needed here.
If you're looking for your next mission, there's a sexual harassment problem on the Chicago College campus.
Not good, but I don't know what I can do about it.
There's a seriously hot chick all tied up by a mad scientist in the biology lab.
Well, now you're talking. Blue Beetle to the rescue.
Right. Let's get down to business. Hand over all of your money, evil genius, or I'll blow your brains out.
I must remind you, number one, Dame, that I am now the detective and that crime does not pay, or at least does not pay as well as it used to.
And how are you going to stop me?
I suggest that a serious altercation is in order.
You can't tie me up this time, Mr. Evil Genius Detective, because you're the good guy, as is clearly stated in the All-American Comics Code of America.
Screw the Comics Code. Come on, baby. Let's dance.
We're here at this holiday campsite in the remote Outer Hebrides to find out how many British holidaymakers have actually chosen it as their summer destination this year. There's a little caravan over there. Actually, the only one. Let's go and see who's in. Hello? Is there anyone at home? Hello?
Well, hi. Can I help you?
Hi. Yes. I'm a journalist willing to interview campers about their experience here. You're the only caravanners, so I thought I'd start with you guys. Are you British?
Sure. Do you want me to call the rest of the family?
Yeah, if they're up for it.
Stella? Sam? Dad? Shall we sit out here?
That would be great.
I'll make some tea. You guys start off. It won't be a minute. Dad!
Oh, you guys want to start telling me your names?
I'm Stella. This is my little brother Sam.
Hi, I'm not little.
So, tell me, have you been here before?
Yeah, of course. We always go abroad on holiday.
Oh my goodness! How many times do I have to tell you? We are not abroad!
We were told we were going to Italy. I was packed along with the flip-flops.
Yes, I remember, but there was a change of plan. You must have fallen asleep, as always.
Hang on, let me get this straight. You were not meant to be here?
Not exactly.
What happened?
You have to tell me more. Mum will be able to tell you more.
Have you been to Italy before?
Yes, many times. It's because it's less expensive than the UK. We go abroad every year.
Yes, except this year.
Actually, I've been here before. I recognise the sand and the sea.
What again? This is not Sardinia.
Then tell me, where else can you find such white, fine sand, eh? Or such crystal clear sea?
You haven't been around the world. How can you compare? Besides, how many times have you left the caravan in the last 2 days? You've been on social since we arrived.
That's just what I was about to ask. Surely you haven't been surrounded by many Italians, right?
No. In fact, it's mainly people with a Scottish accent.
I'm very intrigued to find out what happened.
I have no idea. Something to do with new passports or something like that. There you go, Sam. When have you ever heard of an ice cream van with such hideous music going round on a Sardinian beach? Sam?
Wow. Does that happen often?
All the time.
You still haven't told me. How's your experience here so far, though?
It's amazing. If it wasn't for the temperatures at this time of year, I normally don't get warm much when we go to Sardinia. Just in the evenings as it gets chilly, but in here I'm having much more fun. I've even gone into the water a few times now, and the sand is so fine. It's all over me. It's much cooler than the one abroad, though, so at times I get the shivers.
Okay, so where were we?
What? Sardinia?
Don't try to be clever, you know. We are in Scotland, and it's beautiful. Oh, Sam, wake up!
Oh, sorry, Mum. What were we talking about again?
The holiday!
Which holiday?
This holiday! Oh!
Oh, right. Okay.
So where were we?
I was asking your delightful children what they've thought about their holiday experience, and they have let me know they have enjoyed it. What have you thought of your holiday?
Well, I think it's been lovely. There are lots of facilities, and we do get to go out a lot more here than we would on a seaside holiday. There is also very good heating in the caravan too, because they have so much fun outdoors splashing in puddles. They need to dry out at the end of each day.
Yeah, the puddles are the best, especially when we've kept dry inside nice warm wellies.
Did you say willies?
No, you buffoon. Wellies, Wellington boots, those rubber things that you go out in.
Oh, okay.
Now, children, please behave. This person is trying to do a serious interview.
Thank you. For my next question, do you think it's more expensive to holiday in the UK than abroad?
Well, yes, and the traffic was bad driving up from where we live, so it took longer to get here than to drive to the local airport and fly to Sardinia. But once we were here, it was beautiful. I love the scenery we have been able to see, and we have gone on a lot of nice walks, which have worn out the children.
Yeah, so much that Sam's got a hole now. It's properly worn out. No wonder he keeps falling asleep.
Your children mentioned there was a problem why you couldn't go to Sardinia this year. Could you explain the reasons why you chose this instead?
Yep. Well, you see, my password had 6 months left on it, or so I thought. But it turns out I didn't have enough time left on it. We couldn't just send the kids away. Believe me, I would have loved to. A bit of peace and quiet, so we decided to come away here instead. It's so secluded, I can't believe more people aren't here.
Probably because it's the middle of nowhere.
Well, yes, but there are more animals here than people.
Oh, tell the man about what Sam did yesterday, the cowpat.
I'm sure the interviewer doesn't want to hear that.
Of course. Anything that will entertain our viewers would be great.
Well, the reason Sam is so quiet today is that he had to have a thorough wash after yesterday's long walk.
Yeah, one of his wellies got stuck and it came right out of it and landed in cowpat. Oh, it was hilarious!
I thought I was telling this story, Stella.
Sorry, Mum.
Not that funny.
Well, as Sam was in such a mess, we had to fish his welly out of a bog and pop it back on him for the walk back to the caravan. Once we were back, he was smelling quite a lot, as teenagers often do. So we had to put him on a lot of other things into the wash while we hosed down his wellies outside.
Yep, and then I had to hang out on the radiator to dry out. I think I can still smell a bit of it on me now.
Oh, is that what that is? I did wonder.
Well, thank you all so much for the interview. I'm sure our viewers will love this. Phew, it's getting hot. They did say a heat wave was on the way. I'll just finish that lovely cup of tea and then I must get back to the studio. Gosh, it could almost be Sardinia after all. Where am I? I can't see a thing. It's all gone black.
It's not there. This always happens when it's a nice day.
No, I wanted to find that cowpat again.
There's no point whining, kids. We're just not needed now. I guess we won't see the outside of the suitcase again this holiday, as we're going back home tomorrow. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, interviewer. But there's one good thing. You'll get a little holiday yourself now.